Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Naveen and I am your physical therapist as well as elite manual therapist. Today I will demonstrate about some best exercises for reducing low back pain as well as pain related to sciatica. So let's go. First bend your right knee. Now bend your left knee. Now tuck your belly button in and up to engage your core. Now breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth and keep the belly button engaged. Keep the belly button engaged while breathe in as well as breathe out. Remember, while doing tuck in of the belly button, your back should not be completely flexed. Breathe in through your chest, not from your belly. Do it at least 10 times, breathe in, breathe out. In the next exercise, in the same position, you need to straight your knee up to this level. Remember, keep your belly button tucked and in. Your core should be engaged while performing these exercises. These exercises are very effective in maintaining your core and also re-educating your core muscles. Do at least 5 to 10 repetitions on either sides. So when you're done with this exercise, for next exercise, your both knees should be straight, your core should be engaged, and there should be no flattening of the back. Now you need to slide your heel and flex your knee and hip, and again straight it. Now again breathe in, breathe out, move your leg, breathe in while breathe out, again straight your leg. Similarly repeat this movement with the alternate leg. Keep in mind, only with breathe out you need to move your limbs. During breathe in, either hold or remain into the position. While doing this movement, there should be no pelvic tilting to either side. The pelvis should remain neutral while performing these heel drags. Again, do these movements 5 to 10 times on either sides while maintaining the position of pelvis and shoulder in the neutral. Keep your core engaged all time. In the next exercise, your knees and hips should be bent, and you need to raise yourself up while keeping your chin tucked, not up or not too much down. Your chin should be neutral. You should be facing towards ceiling. You need to hold this position for at least 3 to 5 seconds, and after performing the hold you need to be relaxed. Now again breathe in, and while breathe out try to touch your knees with your hand and raise your shoulder up. While breathe out, again come back. Breathe in, breathe out, maintain this position. Again breathe in, breathe out, come back to the neutral. While performing this exercise, again your core should be engaged. There should be no overpressure over the neck, and your pelvis and your shoulder should be in the same level, or they must be aligned. There should be no side to side movement. In the next exercise, you have to place your feet to the alternate knee, and there should be no pelvic lifting while doing this exercise. No pelvic lifting. And with the contralateral hand, you need to push your knee towards the opposite hip and maintain this position for at least 15 seconds. So this is a stretch for your hip. You need to hold it for 15 seconds, at least 15 seconds, not less than 15 seconds, or you can go up to 30 seconds. After doing the first rep, take some rest, then again repeat the same pattern. Feet on the alternate knee, grab your knee with the contralateral hand, stretch it towards the opposite hip, hold it there. While performing this stretch, your pelvis should not be get lifted. It should be remain on the floor or on the table. Do it 3 to 5 times. You can do it 3 to 5 times. Again, I am repeating, the hold should be not less than 15 seconds and also not more than 30 seconds. In the next exercise, this is also a stretching exercise for your hip muscles. Your both hand will grab the knee, and the knee is going to the opposite shoulder. That means it's a contralateral knee to shoulder exercise. So that means your right knee is going towards your left shoulder. Again, the whole time is the same, which is at least 15 seconds and maximum 30 seconds, and your core should be remain tucked or remain engaged during the whole workout session. There should be no unnecessary movement at the hip or at the shoulder. You should be breathing freely without any constraint. Do it 3 to 5 times. Again, this exercise is very beneficial in patient who has low back pain, which is coming down to your leg. Now keep your leg straight. For the next exercise, the position is almost same. Now your knee will be touching to the ipsilateral shoulder. That means your right knee is going towards your right shoulder. You need to stretch it at maximal strength. You need to stretch it and hold it for at least 15 seconds and maximum up to 30 seconds. Again, I am telling you, in this exercise, the knee is going towards the same shoulder. So it's a knee to ipsilateral shoulder stretch. Again, the repetitions will be 3 to 5 times with the maximum hold of 30 seconds and minimum hold of 15 seconds. Your core should be engaged throughout the session. And need to take some breaks between these stretches. In the next exercise, you have to keep your core engaged. Place your right foot over the left knee. Now your both hand will grasp the left knee from behind, and you need to pull your left thigh towards your left shoulder. While doing, again reminding you, while performing each and every exercise of this set, you should engage your core. So it sometimes it is also termed as figure 4 exercise. Again, this is a good stretching exercise to release your radiating pain, or the pain which is coming down to your leg from your lower back or hip. This one is a very good exercise for this kind of pain. Again, the stretch is the same, which is maximum 30 seconds and minimum 15 seconds. You should be breathing constantly. You should not hold your breath while doing any of these exercises. Remember, your knee should be parallel to your shoulder line. Okay, it should not be coming towards the opposite shoulder. Keep yourself calm, keep your body aligned as much as possible. Don't think too much about the outer environment while performing these exercises. In the next exercise, again engage your core, flex your hip, flex your knee, bring your knee in the same line of your hip. Now hold the knee from behind with both of your hands, and now stretch your hamstring, or now extend your knee, which will give a stretch to your hamstring muscles, or the muscles which are on the back of your thigh. Now hold this position again for minimum of 15 seconds and maximum of 30 seconds. After doing this, bring back your leg in the resting position. Again, your flex hip and flex knee should be in the same line. You are supporting your knee from behind with both of your arms, and now you are extending your knee with the help of anterior muscle of your thigh and stretching your posterior muscles of your thigh. Again, this exercise is very good for radiating pain. The whole time is almost same, which is not exceeding 30 seconds and not less than 15 seconds. Now keep in mind, you should not keep your toes towards your face. The foot should be relaxed, otherwise you will stretch your nerve, which can increase your pain. Okay, so don't stretch your nerve, keep your ankle neutral. Don't try to bring your foot towards your face. In the next exercise, you need a towel. The towel is encircled around your foot, but it is not over the heel. Now you will try to bring your foot towards your face, and with the help of the towel you are stretching it towards you, or pulling the foot towards you, towards your face. Keep this movement at hold for minimum of 15 seconds and maximum of 30 seconds. Again, this exercise is very helpful in the person who is suffering from low back pain and which is coming down to the legs. The whole time is same, max 30 seconds, minimum 15 seconds. And do it 3 to 5 times. Again, you can perform these all exercises to the other leg also. Okay, now coming to the one more exercises which is very good for the low back pain, which is radiating. So with the ankle movement you are performing your neck movements, and which are very quick. When you bring your fingers, toes in the front, then your neck will come down. When you bring your toes towards you, then your neck will face up. Okay, so remember, these movements should be quick enough and should be in flow, and do it just 10 times quickly. Do not hold for max more than 1 second, otherwise your pain can increase a lot. So these were the exercises that can be done at home for reducing your low back pain or pain related to sciatica. But remember, the best person to prescribe these exercises with precision is a physical therapist. So if you are having back pain or sciatica like pain, so do remember to visit a licensed physical therapist near you, and don't forget to subscribe my channel so that I can share good videos related to other conditions also. So thank you very much for being here.